Okay, so I felt a little bit off today, so I didn't go to work, and I made my way down here to the Shilshole Marina to treat myself to a little Coney, French fries, bacon cheeseburger, and a chocolate shake, and then to enjoy the view out into Golden Gardens, the Olympic Mountains, and just the marina. And there's a catch coming in. Okay, chow time. Okay, we are now out on the fishing pier, and we're looking at the building to the left is the Little Coney, where we just had lunch. And this here is the public boat launch here. Only one person's using it over there to the left of the screen. Next to the Coney, the larger building is bathrooms, and I think it has showers too, open to the public, I believe. And this is the Shilshole Marina, and it has a ton of boats, probably about a half a mile or so straight out from where we're looking at, so you can see the length of the breakwater. Breakwater starts here. Sometimes there are seals bellowing on top of that, and the breakwater goes all the way down over there, and the inlet down there leads to the Hiram Chittenden locks, and ultimately out to Lake Union and Lake Washington, and it even heads up to Lake Sammamish if you can get a shallow enough draft boat to go up the slough. And just one waterfall along the way. Actually, it's not a waterfall, it's just rocks. So it is pretty cloudy, but you can see the Olympics over there. Actually, I guess they're all hidden in clouds. Then up this way is, that's all Golden Gardens Beach. And this is the fishing pier. And you can look down here, and you're not going to see it with this camera, but with polarized glasses and still water, a lot of times you can see some fairly good sized fish swimming around the iron legs, support braces. And it's braced on here because it has the tides coming in and out, and it's got a solid wall between, so there's a lot of force generated against the pier. One of the nicer parks around Seattle. Okay. Okay, got a parking spot down here at the Hiram Chittenden locks. A little bit away from the main parking area because my truck is too long and it would stick out and block the roadway. Then I did not realize it, but there are several homeless encampments right here. So hopefully my truck will not be broken into. That's a bike. Someone's living there. So, okay, let's go walk on through the locks. Okay, this is the nursery for the Botanical Gardens at the Hiram Chittenden locks. Not sure how steady I can hold everything while walking. But they do have very nice garden and grounds. They're famous for their rose gardens, and they're also one of the few places that has successfully grown cycad, I think it is, palm tree in the northern latitudes. So this is kind of the main playfield, and up there is the house of some lucky person that I think is either Army Corps of Engineers or Coast Guard, but they get to live in that house up there. And they're in the middle of one of the prettiest parks anywhere, with their own private entrance and gate and everything. In this field they have concerts on weekends a lot of the time. Local jazz bands and other musical ensembles will play. It's really nice. A nice place to come and see. Over in that cement building, the one to the right of the cement building, is the museum for the locks. Well worth the visit, and it's free. There's a donation. This is a little bit closer of a view of the house up there. Zoom in a bit. And back out to normal. And pause. But this property, the locks, is one of the best gardens anywhere. Then as we look over this way, these are the Hiram and Chittenden locks. And I think they're like the second largest lock in the United States. Okay, let's continue uphill. And this is another view of the house. We're over at the locks side, the south side of the property now. And it's just a really neat old house. And there's an old anchor. It's a railroad bridge. I don't know if it shows up well though in this lighting. Okay, so they're opening the lock. You can see the swirling water here. That means the lock is lowering down to sea level. So let's walk down and see if we can catch the lock opening. You can just hear the Argosy Tours boat narrating. Big lock is open. Apparently there's nothing in there to come out that I can see from here. But there's two boats out there that could come in. And I cannot walk on that side of the fence. So you can see that the Argosy Tour boat is still high. So they haven't let the water out of that lock yet. Okay, let's walk over and take a look at that. Okay, so I guess there were two boats way up at the back here. One of them has a windmill electrical power generator. It almost looks like a trawler, or a fishing boat anyway. Are they racing, or are they tied together? Timberwolf. Towboat. Towboat must mean the other one is having mechanical problems. And there you can just see the railroad bridge. Zoom in on that. And what do we have here? That is the Blue Angels tender. What do they call it? Fat Albert? Yeah, cool. Blue Angels are in town in Seattle. So the Blue Angels have been flying around. Well, yeah, that is Fat Albert. And that has the repair and maintenance crews for the Blue Angels heading down to King County Airport or Boeing Field. And as you can see here, there goes the Argosy Tour boat. The lock is opened and they're heading out. These locks are closing, so we're going to go down there and cross over and look at the fish ladder. This is the old original architecture of all the buildings and the locks. Concrete was widely used. And then they have this new thing over here, which in comparison is sort of an architectural abomination. They really could have put a little more effort into design. And that is, the big lock is closed. We'll walk over that in a minute, let the crowd clear. There's a boat coming in to the small lock side. There's the Argosy tour boat heading out. No trains yet. This is the old main machine building. I think it is, or part of it is still in use. But once again, it's all concrete, nice architecture. And we have a ton of kids coming across. Okay, so we can cross over the gate of the lock now. Oh, well, we just missed a fish.
Oh, look, do you see the fish, Lauren? Do you see the salmon?
There he is. Yes, that's good. We got a fish coming in. And down there is the Ballard Bridge. Get your fry pans out. That's roughing it. Okay, so this is the spillway side of the locks. And a lot of times you can see sea lions in here predating on salmon. And these are the gates. Rarely do they have these open. Usually if they're open, it's for a little bit in the fall to lower the level a little bit for anticipated rain, snow accumulation. These things up here are fish counters. They introduce, I believe they put tagged fish through those to count. you look over here is a blue heron, and we'll just kind of be sneaky on him. It's 8 times magnification, and he's pretty well accustomed to people, just sitting there enjoying himself. Okay. And so these are the gates to the fish chutes. I don't know exactly how that works. And more fish chutes. And then there's like magnetic sensors or RFID tag readers or something in there to do the count. Even fish have social security numbers now. So when the salmon are running, which they are right now, I believe, there's usually seals in here, sea lions. Not quite as many as what are in Astoria, but we can get an accumulation here too. These are the fish ladder over here, and the entry is under that point in the center that the people are standing on, and the fish come in through there, and that's where the sea lions like to hang out, right where the fish are. And then they work their way up through all these fish ladders. And then here's a little sculpture park over here. That's kind of cool. They have these aluminum waves. And again, this is on the Magnolia side or Discovery Park side, also known as Fort Lawton side of the locks. And there again is the railroad bridge. Unfortunately, no trains to take a picture of. And then looking back across here is the Ballard side of the locks. Okay, let's take a walk through the fish ladder now. This is the secret back entrance reserved especially for photographers, videographers, and vloggers. And here's the first top secret window. And this is the main viewing area here. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, there we go. There's some salmon. I can't really say that's a pretty good sized fish. Heading up through there. I believe salmon or trout there. Steelhead. They might be the steelhead. I think those upper ones are steelhead. Huh, interesting.
Di, did he make it back there?
He's right there. He's swimming upstream. He's tired. He's so tired. He's a wild fish, David. He's a wild fish.
Oh, that's okay.
Pretty good rush of water they have to swim against. What's coming up? Okay, so that is the activity at the fish ladder today. And then there's fish art. These are the fish areas here. We are right here. No, wait, we're right here. And the fish are trying to go through here. And big Spamishing up. Okay. There's a lot of people that will come here at night and try to snag fish, treble hooks and stuff, just jigging up and down until you catch one. Highly, highly illegal. I know people that have been busted for that and paid a fairly steep fine, which is a good thing. And here we are, looking back out across the locks. Those are the spillways and fish counters. At the top, just left of center, is the old machine building. And there you see that boat we were looking at earlier is just now starting its way through the lock. Tide's up pretty high right now, so there's not a lot of water exchange going on within the locks. there's the Amtrak moving along slowly across the bridge. Oh wait, that's not Amtrak, that's the Sounder. It's a commuter train. So anyway, there's a nice park farther on down the way here, just all along the locks. It's really nicely maintained, very peaceful, relaxing. That's why I came down here today. Now, if you look down here, I think you can see the white of fish on the sides. Yeah, right here. It's a fish. And there you have a little kingfisher. Okay, so we have a new, larger boat coming into the lock. And the lock is still open. There's the gate. The lock is right here and over there. And that's the lower lock there. So that boat will come into this section here. The rear lock will close. Then the water will flow out through gates, valves that will open up and drain out into the Puget Sound, and then the lower gate or outer gate down there will open and the boat will sail out into Puget Sound, and then any boats out there will come in, that lock will close, and then they'll let lake water in to fill the lock back up. And then those boats will come up into the lake. It's a pretty good system. Okay. So there comes that boat into the lock. And there's the lower level of the water. That's Puget Sound. Up on that hillside is where we were earlier, looking at the house. Okay. Those are some pretty good sized hydraulic rams that push the locks out and pull back. And there goes that boat again. Rough life. Okay, and this is one of the things that the Locks is most famous for, is its gardens. So So they've usually got colorful things all the time. Oh, and what do we have here? Those smell nice. Let's see if I can get my nose on this. Just a faint smell, but they sure are pretty. So this is just my Galaxy S7. I don't have the nice big fancy Canon camera today, but that's all right. Here's a little different variety, or a richer colored one anyway. But yeah, these are really pretty. And they have a nice scent. Now this over here is one of the things that the garden here at the Locks is most famous for, is their rose garden. And obviously their garden is squirrel certified. It's what we call a Code 1 rodent alert. But yeah, they have all sorts of different roses. Zoom in here a little bit. Where were those? Oh, there they are. Some violet roses. That's at the full zoom. I don't know how clear it is. Obviously, it's probably like a digital zoom, so it's going to lose sharpness. Side here. More roses. And if we look over here, we can just see the head gardener. Obviously he's working his butt off. Totally doesn't worry about people. Now these are a cool looking flower. I just noticed these. Go to wide. Oops. Wide angle. That is a neat flower. Cannot get any. Well, you know what? I'm going to try an experiment. Put my reading glasses in there. Can't tell if that's better or not. But yeah, that's a neat looking flower. It has interesting structures on it. Okay, so that is the flower garden at the Locks. The famous Locks flower garden. Okay, pausing. So it looks like they are replacing a pump. Lake Washington Ship Canal dewatering pump plant was completed in 1915. The pumps were capable of moving 26,000 gallons of water per minute. The nearly 100-year-old pump plant Components became corroded and worn, and some repair has taken place throughout the years. Further deterioration prompted a more complete replacement, which is currently underway. The new pumps will be used during the annual dewatering for lock maintenance. Interesting. But yeah, you can see the corrosion wear that has taken place on the impeller there. Pretty cool. So obviously this is for show. The impeller is on top of those steel rods that have threaded ends to give about 1.5 feet separation, so you can see the impeller. The impeller would go down inside of that casting and be spinning. Okay, that is a really serious piece of pipe. That is like 1.5 inch steel or cast iron. But you can see the corrosion inside of there. All in all, though, it's not, it didn't break that I can tell. It's just been cut and it's being replaced. Cool. These are more of the hundreds of interesting plants they have here. This is the museum, but I don't have time to go through there. But it's a very good museum, very well displayed informational items. Look at this. Very nice. Okay, and that completes our walkthrough of the Hiram and Chittenden locks. Up here is the informational booth, which I've never seen anybody in it. Something smells really good here. Yeah, just beautiful grounds. It's one of my favorite places to come and take a walk. Look at these. And then one of the nice things too when you finish your walk is you come out and you can go right to the Lock Spot Cafe Tavern. Get yourself a beer, fish, chips, burger. A nice enough dive. Okay.